This video is going to discuss how to use Fibonacci, the Fibonacci retracement tool on Webull, and I'm going to show you guys different ways to use it. You can use it on lower time frames, higher time frames, whatever you like it. And I'm going to incorporate this into my day trading strategy with much backtest. I'm really liking it because it gives you like really precise entries along with the toolkits you guys need. So let's get right into the video here. I'm going to look at QQQ. And if you guys look at this, this is the 1 minute chart here. So with the Fibonacci retracement tool, we got to look for when the high is forming, right? So if we look at this Fibonacci, look at this price action, we hit QQ way up here at the 533 mark. I actually took this for a short, and that's a whole new video of why I did it in my Discord if you want to join, because we're touching this ATR4 Keltner channel, which my settings looks like we can scalp it down here, and we did. But for the Fibonacci retracement tool, what happens is once we have a high and we start going down, and this high maintains that, so we can be like, okay, I think it's safe, we can draw it as this looks like to be the defined high, right? So we can draw this here all the way out. And you might ask, well, where do we draw it to? You find that that low that is holding. Like right in here, you can see how we have a triple bottom here on that 1 minute chart. And then once it starts going up, you're like, okay, let's just say this is the low for the day, right? And so we have that as the low. And if you guys want to have the proper settings, keep it as the default for these values, and I'll show you guys which percentages we look for. So once we had the high and then we have the low, we look for a retracement back up to short it, because that's what we would look to do. So when you're looking at these numbers, and if you want to edit, you can go to settings here, and when you look at the proportion, you can see we don't need all these here. The lowest, the max you'll need is that 100, and then that right in there. You can also change the color of this to, like, let's say we want to make it more readable, so we'll use yellow, right? And then you can kind of drag this out to where you want your numbers to show. And then you can also do, like, let's say 527.30 is to the T, so we can look here and go to where is it at? 527.30 right here, so we can increase that up because that's to the very T there. So we'll do 527.30, and 0.1 is what's the very top of this? You can see 533.17, so you can edit that to the very top to be the most precise. And that's what those 2 points are, and those are going to be your most important. All right, so now that we got the Fibonacci retracement, what are the key levels that I personally look at? I personally look at the 61.8. That's this golden zone right in here, this one right here. And as you can see on the 1 minute chart, so we had our high here. We formed a low with a triple bottom. It tries to retest it. If it broke through, then we would have a new line we had to draw here. But it didn't. It kept holding it. And so once we get going up and up and up, you look at your 61.8, guess where that line is for that short opportunity? It's right here to a T here at 61.8. And look at this down move you had. It was a pretty nice, decent down move where you could have made nice, decent money, right? 61.8 is my favorite. If we go up to 678.6, it might just retrace too much, but you could take that and we can lose some backtest on that. But I just want to show you guys how to draw it, how to use it, and all that, because once you have your clear top, you draw your thing here. Once you see it going away from it, you're like, okay, this looks like a clear top. And then it bottoms out here, and then this was just a perfect day. You can go in different time frames. Let's say the 15 minute. Let's see the 15 minute will give us something very similar, because this was a very nice Fibonacci retracement day when you have a big move up, big move down, retrace up for that next leg down. And so yeah, the Fibonacci, it's actually probably easier because there's less candles to look at. You have your 15 here. You draw it there, and you can see to a T. If you want to edit here, you can look at the low of this candle is 520, or my bad, low is 527.30, so it'll be the same points here, 527.30. You go down one there, and then the high of this candle, if you just hover over the candle, you can see the low, the high is 529.94. So same process, 529.94. Does that seem right? No, that's not right. 533.17. My bad. Well, I looked at the wrong thing. I was like, that doesn't seem right. 533.17. So we go in here. And so that will give you like the most precise entries on that. So we got our point 1, point 2, and then we come back up, and then to a T, you can see 61.8 has clearly hit right here. Here's your clearly short here. Comes back, tries to come back up to it, so you would have made a nice little decent profit, but in the end, it kept going down. And that is how you use it on a smaller time frame. I will be alerting these in the Discord, in my day trading chat. I'll be looking at these. This is a perfect day when not every day is going to be a good Fibonacci retracement day, right? Some days like this, you're not going to really get much. You want to see those dramatic moves like this one. You didn't really get a thing because look, you kept going higher and higher, so you got to kept redrawing your lines, right? So if you thought, okay, here's your low for the pre-market. If you thought like this was the high and then it goes down some, well, now you got to readjust it to this and then this and this, and this never gave us that solid retracement to that 61 or even 50 area. So yeah, and that's why, and that's the thing is you when you're looking at like a smaller time frame, I just look for the low, the high and the low for the day. It's very easy to see here. Like for example, here is your high for the day. So I would do a Fibonacci retracement right here, and then I would go for, let's say this, I thought this was the low, right? Because we wouldn't see all that knowledge back there. So right in here, I say, okay, that looks like the low for the day. And you can see how these levels correlate pretty nice. 38.2 almost hit and reject, but then it keeps going down, so we gotta be like, oh, okay, this day's not gonna work because now we're all the way down here and the day's already over. So there's days that it really works. There's days where you're like, 38.2 works a lot. I'm more conservative. I look for that 61.8 area. Here's a nice little area where we had this nice little high here. This was the high for the day. As you can see, when you start drying out, here's your low for the day, and you can see wow, this works pretty nicely on that 50% retracement. And you can see when we come back up, we hit this 50, get close to this 60, and this here was your loading zone for a next leg down. You can see how powerful this tool is. And on the bigger time frames, you can look, let's just say you want to look at a daily time frame on SPS, or this is QQQ. Let's say we're going to take this low here. We're going to use this low here. Right here, that's a clear low. There's your clear high for now, and this could keep going up and change the values. So I would say, if we come back to this 38.2, that's a common area for buyers to step in. If it goes, I don't see it hitting 61.8 for a very long time. So I would watch the 38 and 50 area for longs. And that's how you would use it on a higher time frame. So a lot of people would ask, how do I use this Fibonacci retracement tool? You'll find it on Webull right up in here. You can see there's an extension. Use the Fibonacci retracement. And all it is finding the high and the low. I really love this for day trading because you're going to get a lot of it. And just depending on the market environment, you'd be like, okay, I'm going to use the 38.2%, right? Like for this example here, this was just a solid trade on that 61.8. You won't get 61.8 is your golden zone. If it hits that, it's awesome, right? A lot of traders like to take the 50 and then the 38.2. Your most conservative is that 61.8, area there. So yeah, that's how you do this. This is how I'm looking to do it. It's very conservative, and you want to look, if you want to ask me like, what are these other lines here? Like for example, I have that all in the day trading education. I like to trade reversals, especially when day trading, as you get this nice areas, because we trade, look at this in the chat here. We got QQQ right up in here hitting this ATR4. We come plummeting down. Guess what? And then we hit this green band, and it's not just because we hit it, it's because we have time distance, and that's why I'm saying this 1 minute strat can really scalp out some really nice trades. We hit this, get that double touch, which means it's a higher value trade, and then we come shooting back up to these reversions to the mean. And that's really what Fibonacci retracement is. You're reverting to the mean, right? You have this big move down, you revert to the mean to continue that move down. If you have a big move up, you revert to the mean, which is about halfway, which is the 50. If you go a little more, 61.8. You hit those levels, and then you continue higher. That's exactly what it is, and that's my type of style of trading. If you guys want to join the Discord, click the link down below in the YouTube comments below, or in the description. It'll say join the premium Discord from alerts and system. It'll take you to this free chat landing page. If you want to be a member of all my services, you just hit day trade alerts, and it's literally only 12 bucks a month. I promise you, one easy trade will make you tons and tons of money doing this exact system, and they're high probability trades. They're not guesswork. We're literally using a system that works, and there's obviously more higher signals when you stick to my system here, right? Like, I love the 1 minute ATR 4 touches, right? You know, if you get a double touch here, you get that nice rejection where you can scalp the heck out of these options, right? You see here, you got a touch here, scalp these options going down, doing 0 DTEs to make massive money. We talked about Fibonacci retracement. I think you guys are going to really like it. I really like the 15-minute. It's easy to see. You don't have all these jumble of candles, right? You can see, okay, we have our high here, we have our low here. You can kind of see how candles are coming back up. You're like, okay, I think this is going to hold. And if it keeps going up, we look at for those very big demand zones of like, yeah, 61.8 is that golden zone that I look to short it at. So I hope you guys found lots of value in this video. Like I said, guys, give it a like, subscribe, comment if you did. If you want to join the Discord, the link's below. I think you guys are going to like it. I have 2 services that I offer. They're very affordable. It's more, you know, if you put the time and education in, I promise you, if you know, just charging a little bit amount of money, I've seen people go way farther, that they actually watch the videos, actually understand, go to the live streams. Whereas if I just, you know, I've done a free service and nobody was learning. Everyone was just following signals. So if you just want swing trades, it's $6. If you want day and swing trading, it is $12. It's up to you guys. I recommend both. That way you can get kind of perspective how to do day trading and swing trading. But that's up to you guys. Thank you so much for watching. This is my analysis on how to draw Fibonacci retracements. I'm going to mainly be using the intraday for day trading. So 15 minutes is probably the most ideal. You could do it on higher time frames on companies that you like. You can just say, hey, check out this company on the daily time frame. It's going back to this, you know, golden level you like. And I'm like, yeah, that you can do that too. It just takes longer to present a signal. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.